Hello and welcome to Gondor Calls for Ale's YouTube channel. I am Sam Gallagher.
And I am Ben Gallagher.
And once again, we are back with another battle report in Middle-earth.
Yes, thanks again for joining us. We are here in Middle-earth. We're going to be going to Rohan today.
Yeah, but not just any old Rohan,
That's
not
right.
Rohan like you've seen it before.
No,
this is
no.
the coldest winter on record Rohan. This is in the heights above the Soothberg, or what will soon be known as Helm's Deep. I am leading the forces of the defenders of the Hornburg.
And I am, of course, leading the forces of the Besiegers of the Hornburg. We will be besieging Helm in his fastness.
Yes, but in this, our alternate timeline, our more exciting timeline, perhaps, Hera has convinced Helm to re-enter the fortress, and they have unclogged the passageway, and we're having a mass exodus. We're trying to escape, so we're in the hills, mountains behind Helm's Deep. And alas, the Besiegers, perhaps a troll made too much noise as we passed him by.
Yep, we've caught on. Wulf has sworn vengeance. He's coming. Yeah. Psychotically, he's coming. He's coming for Hera and Helm.
Yes, so we will be back to show you the armies, go through the army lists, show you the table. I should say this is a 700-point game of Sites of Power. Mm-hmm. The last of the newly added scenarios from the Match Play Guide that we have yet to do on the channel. So this is exciting.
Yeah. All right, Sam. Well, it wouldn't be Gondor Calls for Ale without the ale. So cheers and have a good game.
If you've been enjoying this video or any of our other battle reports, please consider giving this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free and it helps YouTube push out our glorious Middle-earth content to any other unaware fans out there. If you want, consider leaving us a comment. We've tried to get back to all of them. Perhaps point out some rules that we did or did not do correctly, or any of your thoughts or feelings. We'd love to hear from you.
If you're looking for more Gondor Calls for Ale content, if you want to hear about more battle reports, our opinions on various things, MESBG, or some silly beer puns, do go ahead and check out our companion podcast. If you want to join our growing community, we're on Discord. The link to our Discord is in the description of this video.
Speaking of the description of this video, Ben, there's another link there. And that link is to our Patreon. For those of you who want to go that extra mile, trudge through the deep snows of a fierce winter in Rohan and support us, we really, really do appreciate it. It's what keeps the lights on, the camera rolling, and the models being feverishly painted. No pressure, but I will say there are several tiers you can join at with some perhaps interesting or good rewards. To all our past and future and present Patreons, thank you. And we'll be back with the armies.
And here we have the mob that is the Besiegers of the Hornburg, led, of course, by Wulf, the High Lord of the Hill Tribes. He is on a horse. In his warband, there are 4 Hill Tribesmen with bow, 5 Hill Tribesmen with flaming brand, and 9 Hill Tribesmen with spear. Next, we have General Targg, a master of battle. In his warband, there are 3 Hill Tribesmen with flaming brands, 3 Hill Tribesmen with bow, and 6 Hill Tribesmen with spear. Next, we have a Captain of Dunland. In his warband, there are 2 Hill Tribesmen with bow, 2 Hill Tribesmen with flaming brand and light shield, and 4 Hill Tribesmen with spear. And finally, we have another another chieftain of the Hill Tribes. In his warband, there is 1 Hill Tribesman with flaming brand, 1 Hill Tribesman with bow, and 3 Hill Tribesmen with spear. And last but not least, we have the Orc Scavengers, Shank and Rot, and their fearsome Snow Troll. 50 models, 700 points. We have some special rules for this army. We have Wulf's Revenge. Wulf gets to declare a free heroic challenge against the army general. But Wulf must always charge an enemy model if he is able to do so. Additionally, we have the Promise of Wealth even. Hill Tribes models get a +1 to wound while within range of an objective. And finally, the forces of Mordor and the forces of Dunland may not share heroic might, standfast, moves or anything like that. So if the Hill Troll of Shank and Rot call a move, the Dunlandings are not coming with the Troll. There we have it, the Besiegers of the Hornburg. You can find the full army list in the description of this video.
Here they are, the defenders of the Hornburg, ready to be besieged. In our army, we are, of course, being led by Hera, the Bride of Death. She has a shield, and in her warband there is 1 Rohirrim warrior with banner, 8 Rohirrim warriors with shield, and 8 Rohirrim warriors with shield and throwing spears. Next, we have Olwyn. She is on horse. In her warband, there are 6 Riders of Rohan, 4 Warriors of Rohan with shield, 3 Warriors of Rohan with shield, and 3 Warriors of Rohan with throwing spear and shield. And finally, rounding out the army, we have Helm, Wraith of the Hornburg. We do in fact have some additional special rules for this army. We have Defending the Hornburg. Friendly Rohan infantry gain the Dominant 2 special rules. We have a Desperate Defense. Friendly Rohan infantry warrior models must reroll natural rolls of 1 when making strikes. And then we have the Frenzy of the King. At the start of the end phase, in the turn in which Helm Hammerhand kills an enemy hero or monster, enemy models within 3 inches of Helm must take a courage test in an order chosen by Helm's controlling player. If the test is failed, the model must move up to its move value directly away from Helm. And there we have it, 700 points of Defenders of the Hornburg. If you want to see the actual army list, the breakdown of the warbands and all of that, you can see it in the description of this video.
Here we have our stunning snow table, the wintry depths of Rohan 200 years before the War of the Ring. We will be playing Sights of Power, a game that ends when one force has been reduced to 25% of its starting number. And we've got 4 objectives on the board. We've got 1 over here between these rocky outcroppings, 1 over here in this ruined building, 1 here between the forest, and another 1 over here in the rocks. So for our victory conditions, we're trying to capture the objectives. Obviously, we're trying to break the enemy army, we're trying to kill the enemy general, and we're trying to slay the model that is worth the most victory points and not the general in the opposing army. We have Maelstrom of Battle for special rules, Dark of the Night for special rules, and a Strange Aura. At the beginning of each priority phase, roll a d6 and consult the table below for special things. I think we'll get into those as they come up in the game. So we'll be back shortly, since it's a Maelstrom mission, for first turn priority.
Before we get into that first roll for priority, this is a scenario that is a little bit weird in the sense that Ben's second most expensive choice is the Orc Scavengers, which are 3 models.
Most expensive choice.
Most expensive choice after the general, the Orc Scavengers, which are 3 models, and it's not clear how you're supposed to use those. What we're going to say for this is I will get the points for wounding them if I wound any of them, including the Snow Troll or the 2 Orcs, but to get the full points for killing them, I have to kill all 3. So with that out of the way, we're going to be into a first turn of priority. Well, the forces of the defenders have rolled a 5.
And the Besiegers are on a 3. Who's going first, Sam?
Well, it wouldn't be Maelstrom if I didn't make you go first. So we'll be back with the Besiegers, turn 1.
Sam, here comes Wulf, High Lord of the Hill Tribes. His Maelstrom roll is a 5. So we'll have this be north, south, west, and east. So Wulf and his warband will be riding on from here, Sam. Okay, there is my first warband. Next, we have General Targg, who has rolled a 3, Sam, which will be your choice. So, choose for me. Where's he going? I'm going to save my might.
Is it east or, it's east or west, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to choose the middle of the board right over here. A little bit. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Here he comes. Okay, next we are going to be doing Shank, Rot, and the Snow Troll. Or Shank, I suppose we roll for. Shank has gotten a 5, which is my choice. Or do we want this narrow defile where the Snow Troll is protected and can just guard this objective? I kind of think I do. He looks at home in the rocks. He does have Mountain Dweller. Yeah. We're gonna claim this objective for Mordor.
A follow-up question. What does Mordor want with rings?
We will be trying to find that out, Sam. We will. Next, we have our Hill Tribes captain number 1. He has rolled a 1 and will not be arriving. And finally, Hill Tribes captain number 2 has rolled a 5 and will be joining Wulf, I think. Here he comes. There they are, the forces of the Hill Tribes ready to besiege the Hornburg, not all on the table, but have given it their all, Sam. Over to you.
The defenders of the Hornburg are ready, and Helm, Wraith of the Hornburg, where has he been a-lingering? Wherever his heart desires. And it is incredibly tempting to put him right next to that Snow Troll, but I don't think we're ready to do that yet. I think we're going to have Helm, Wraith of the Hornburg, walk on from here.
I was wondering if you were going to just pop up next to Targg's warband and just start punching dudes.
I probably should have, but we'll get into some punching soon. And now we're going to have Hera, Bride of Death. She's rolled a 1, so she won't be arriving this turn. And finally, Olwyn has rolled a 6 as well. Well, we might as well group up while we can. So we'll bring Olwyn on from here. Turn 1, complete.
Okay, we forgot to do it last turn, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Before priority, we are going to roll for the Sights of Power. So we've rolled a 2 until the end of the turn. Each time a model within 3 inches of an objective marker suffers a wound, roll a d6. On a natural 6, the wound is ignored. Just like Fate. Awesome, cool. Some feel no pain objectives.
Okay, priority for turn 2. I rolled a 1.
I have a 3, Sam. So why don't you go ahead and move first?
Starting off with Helm. He's going to run through the doorway. So now we'll roll to see where the Bride of Death shows up. A 2, Ben, which is your choice, north or south. I am going to not spend any might on it and let you choose.
I think we're just going to bring her in the middle of the northern board edge, opposite from the rest of her army, Sam.
The defenders have moved over to the Besiegers.
Me to go. So we're going to start with some bowmen over by General Targg. We're going to be moving forwards at half speed. We moved on by this objective. We moved towards it. We're not giving it up so easily, even in the face of such a terrible Rohirrim cavalry charge as this. And with that done, it is time to roll for my second captain, or my first captain. Captain number 1 has rolled a 5, and that will be his choice, east or west. So he is going to come over by General Targg. Okay, there we have it. I have maneuvered.
Into the shooting phase, where there is a little bit, despite the fact it's dark of the night, my Riders of Rohan have range with their bows. I'm going to start with these three, and they're going to take 3 shots directly into the 3 hill tribesmen with bows who moved half. I moved, so I'm looking for 5s. Ooh. How about 3 hits, Ben?
Ooh, saucy.
So I need 5s normally, because
Yes.
I'm strength 2 bows into your defense 3.
Yes.
So 4s.
4s to kill.
2 will die. We'll go for these 2.
This one and this one?
This one outside one. So
yeah, so you can shoot the other one. Makes sense. Makes sense.
And then my other 3 riders who you can't quite see, they're going to prioritize that final remaining bowman. And if we kill any more, we'll go into some flaming brands. Hitting on 5s here. Oh, we've got another hit. And not another kill. There we go. Still, I'll take it. 2 kills with bows, pretty good.
Well, I shall be returning fire. This guy is going to be taking fire back over here at the ones who killed his friends. Wesley was his friend and you shot him. But we miss, so he's terrified. He can't see.
He's playing on console, I'm on PC. And we'll be back with some sites of power to roll and a priority. Before we roll for priority, a strange aura has crept across these snowy lands and is a 5.
Until the end of a turn, models within 3 inches of an objective may re-roll to wound rolls of a 1 when making strikes.
I was wrong. Perfect. Moving on into a turn of priority. I rolled a 3.
And I have rolled a 1.
Well, with the position of some of my riders being a little too close for comfort for a horde of hillmen, I am going to keep priority this turn.
All right, Sam, I have no heroics to declare, so take it away.
I'm not really sure what we're doing yet, but we're going to do some moving here. Fight some sort of tactical shield wall withdraw and punch through is the plan. Not sure how it's going to work, but we'll find out as we get into the Besiegers movement.
Okay, I just said the thing is not to think about it too hard, so these guys are just going to keep on pushing at the horsemen. We're going to rush. My movement is complete.
To the shooting phase, we're going to start it off with our withdrawing wall of Rohirrim here. I've got 1 throwing spear in range shooting this. He sees a light in the darkness and he just hucks a spear at it. He misses, which checks out. Over here, we're going to do our riders, 3 riders that moved. We're going to shoot at flaming brands, looking for 5s. I've hit twice.
Oh,
I've killed 2 flaming brands.
dunk, dunk. Jeez. Jeez, deadly.
Deadly. The keen eyes of the Rohirrim see just as well in the dark as they do in the day.
Eating lots of carrots in Rohan.
And then we've got 3 shots here. We're going to shoot at we'll prioritize the bow guy who we can see without in the ways. They stood still, so we're hitting on 4s. We've only hit once. And we have not killed, sticking with 2 shooting kills a turn. Over to the Besiegers.
Well, this guy will be returning fire first. He's going to fire back at these Rohirrim. He wants vengeance, but not badly enough to hit. This guy shooting at Olwyn. We're just going to do it. He will miss. All right, this guy here, his only target is Helm Hammerhand, so he will shoot Helm and miss. The shooting phase is over.
Before priority, we of course have the Sights of Power, a strange aura, a 4, which is, that must be the automatically pass courage. That's
I believe you are correct, Sam. Yes. Until the end of a turn, models within 3 inches of an objective marker automatically pass courage tests they are required to take.
Perfect. Now we will get into a turn of priority, where I've rolled a 4.
And I have a 5. I think I want priority this turn, Sam.
All right. Well, it's not great. We've sort of positioned ourselves in not a fantastic place, but there's no point in calling a move, I don't think, so we'll let you move first.
Okay. These guys over here, Sam, they want vengeance for their friends who've been wrongfully bowed down. I was going to say gunned down, but they were bowed down. So they're going to charge.
Ben has left me with a lot to think about, but one of the things I don't actually have to think about is Helm, because Helm has to charge if able. So Helm is able to charge, and will be charging into this bowman here. Now, Ben, the real question is over here. It is very tempting just to stand there and throw a wall of spears at those oncoming hillmen, but if I can plug that gap, it will make Wulf a little less in the game for a few more turns. So I think that's what we're actually going to do, but we're going to do this in a kind of funny way. Well, that wasn't the devastating charge of throwing spears I was hoping for, but we'll see if it's enough.
Well, with that movement phase over, we are on into some shooting. I have 4 hill tribesmen with bows over here behind this rock who are going to be shooting at Sam's Rohirrim over here. See if we can bring some of them down. They moved, so they're hitting on 5s. They will roll a fistful of 3s and not do anything. Over to you, Sam.
We've got the smallest battle on the board over on this side. I've got 1 throwing spear at this hill tribesman with spear. I have an in the way, but I moved, so I have to hit first. I've missed. I've also moved with this guy who's throwing at the flaming brand, who didn't move, and he also misses. And now over here we've got 3 warriors with throwing spears. That's all. Yep, 3, and we're just going to be throwing into hill tribesmen with flaming brands. I moved, so I'm looking for some 5s, and I have missed.
Rohirrim slowing down with their shooting, slowing down.
We are well and truly into the combat phase now. Well, we're just starting it. And Helm is, of course, calling a free heroic combat.
Okay, well, I have no might in combat, so take it away, Sam.
All
You're
right.
gonna come kill my captain. It's going to be so sad.
Helm's 3 attacks. Helm gets the 6.
Ugh. Okay, let's do Helm Hammerhand fighting my captain and a friend.
Oh, Helm's on a 3.
Uh-oh, we have a 6 from captain and friend, Sam.
Yikes, not good for Helm.
So we need your defense 5.
Defense 5.
So we need 4s here to get some wounds on Helm. We have 1 wound on Helm Hammerhand, Sam.
Helm passes his point of fate.
Starting over here on Wulf's flank, we have a 2-on-2. And we are back with some sights of power. We have rolled a 4, so
Courage
we're
tests.
once again passing courage test next to sights of power. And priority.
I've rolled a 4.
I have rolled a 1.
Well, the forces of good will be taking it.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I am going to be calling some heroics, Sam.
Okay.
We're going to kick it off with a heroic move from my captain before he gets punched to death by Helm.
Helm will spend 1 for a heroic move.
And we get a Master of Battle from General Targg. Not that I think it's going to matter. He does not Master of Battle your move, Sam. So, your priority
goes to the good guys.
Nice.
So we'll send Helm in. I think Helm is just going to charge the captain there, which will cancel your move, and will be over to my regular move. Okay, so Helm has charged the captain, and we will be doing some charging over here. I'm going to put 1 rider into him. Tiny war on the side will continue. And that thin green line is is thinner than ever. The defender's movement is complete.
Okay, on this side of the board, the trolls' time has come. Well, these guys may be outnumbered, but they wound on 3s, so they are coming for you, Sam.
Few throwing spears left to hurl. We've got a throwing spear here who I don't think you can quite see, but he's facing down a horrifying snow troll. But he sees the puppet master pulling the strings behind. He's going to throw a spear at Rot. I move to, I'm looking at 5s. I do hit. I have an in the way for that snow troll. It goes through.
Oh dear!
I don't know what.
4 will wound.
A wound has been caused.
All right, Rot will spend his point of fate because he can get it back by looking for tasty fingers. He will fail his point of fate though and take a wound.
And then over here, as Ben rightly surmised, as they rush in, I'm going to try and take that hill tribesman off his feet with the throwing spear. I hit on a 5, and it looks like I've rolled a 1. So I have priority. Do you have any heroic actions you wish to call?
I could call a heroic defense with Targg, but I don't think I'm going to at this time, Sam. I think I can finagle my spear support backing away to protect him with control zone. So, nope.
Well, Helm will once again use his free heroic combat. And I think that's going to be it for my heroic combats this turn. Or heroic actions, I should say.
Okay, let's do the combat.
Helm gets the 6. Your defense of the hill tribes chieftain is 4. So I'm still 3s at strength 6.
Yes, down to
2s. 3 wounds, Ben.
He is slain.
the secret wall behind the rocks, we've got what it looks like a... It said war is won by the smallest heroes, and here we have the smallest war. So I've got 2 against 2. I rolled a 5.
I have the 6. So I think, double check for me, Sam, but I think only one of my guys is within 3 inches of the objective. The spear guy, is he just out?
No, you got him.
All right, so we're looking for a 3 here to kill that Rohirrim. We've got him.
See if the thin green line can hold, Ben. Got Helm's follow-up combat. Let's see if he can do better than last turn. He's got the 6. And he kills him. And with that, we will be at the end phase of the turn where Helm's special rule will go off. Okay, we've looked it up. So any model within 3 of Helm has to take a courage test. That's going to be this bowman. So let's see a courage test for him.
All right, and this is because Helm killed my captain. The bowman will pass his courage test.
Perfect, and then Targg.
All right, I kind of want to fail this one. I'm not going to lie here. I would like to fail this. Targg will pass on a 7 as well.
All right. I had priority, so I will roll for our Sights of Power, where we have a 6-up fate save around objectives. Could have used that potentially a few turns ago. Priority, Ben. Where I rolled a 3.
And I have a 1. Not the roll we wanted there.
I think I will be taking priority again.
Okay, so let's do the easy thing. Let's have General Targg call a move before he dies.
Okay. I'm not going to call anything over there.
Yes, Shank will call a move over here as well.
Well, with that, I think we have to have Hera call a move. Well, it's my priority, so unless you have any other actions to declare, I will roll and see who it goes to. It goes to the good guys. So, nice. Hera moving first. Well, this is a tough call here, but I think Hera, Bride of Death, she's obviously going to call with me, is going to charge the Snow Troll.
Is she fearless?
She is fearless.
Nice.
Okay, Ben, that's my heroic move, and it'll be over to your heroic move.
So, it's Shank's heroic move next. I don't think I can get them both in here because of this rocky formation. So Shank's actually, he's obviously calling with me because we want Rot to move as well. So Shank's just going to back up, and we're going to put Rot into this guy, and Rot's going to see if he can get his wound back. He didn't like that throwing spear, Sam. He wants to see if he can find some tasty, yummy, delicious fingers. And that will be the end of my heroic move over there. Over here, General Targg's move does not get the archer.
It being my priority, I will finish my regular movement. We're going to put Olwyn into this archer, I think. Is that right? No. We've got to send Olwyn over to save her. She's the handmaiden of Hera, so she's got to go help Hera out. I think we will put over on the tiniest war. We're going to do some charging. This throwing spear will charge at this flaming brandsman. And he's going to hit on a 5 and kill him! You have a 6-up save to make because of this objective, though, Ben.
You're right, I do. Feel no pain!
Of course.
He feels no pain.
And then this throwing spear will charge to here. And hit. And kill on a 3.
All right, does he feel no pain? He does not. He feels that. This one feels the pain.
And then he will continue on into this guy. And then he will charge in there. Well, fighting in reverse hasn't been working great for the Warriors of Rohan yet, but we're going to keep at it, I think. And with that, I think my movement is complete.
Well, the Rohirrim are somehow punching through over here, which we just didn't see coming. Over here, behind Shank and Rot, we're going to get some spear supports.
Into the combat phase, Ben. I have priority. Do you have any heroic actions you wish to call?
Oh boy, do I. I am going to kick it off with a heroic challenge from Wulf. He will be challenging Hera for free.
All right, well, Hera will accept. And Hera is actually going to spend this turn calling a heroic strike. Not ideal, but don't want her to die to that troll. Anything else from you?
I am going to call a heroic defense with General Targg's last point of might in a vain attempt to slow down the Hammerhand.
Well, Helm might as well call the combat because it's free. No, you charged me, right? I don't get a free heroic combat, so I won't be calling anything. Okay, into the combat phase. Well, no heroic combats this turn, so we're just going to start it off over here. I've got one Rider of Rohan fighting your archer. I've rolled a 2.
I have rolled a 3.
And then finally, we've got Helm, Hammerhand, King of Rohan, well, Wraith of the Hornburg, and a friend fighting Targg. Helm's on a 5.
Stands a chance. Well, not with a roll like that, Targg. Not with a roll like that. Okay.
All right, Helm needing 6s. I get 6 strikes because you are knocked prone.
I am indeed by that cavalry charge.
Helm will do 3 wounds.
And with Mighty Blow, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, right, you're 2 wounds.
2 wounds, 2 fate, so that is exactly enough just to kill Targg outright. Wow.
Just punches his head.
Straight through the heroic defense, doesn't even care.
Stupid. When your hands are hammers, Ben. The tiny war continues, Ben. My 3 Warriors of Rohan fighting 1 Hill Tribesman. Okay, let's see what Wulf, Lord of the Hill Tribes, can do. I'm going to shield.
All right, Wulf has rolled the 6.
Yep.
And is looking for 4s here. There we go.
Okay, let's see Rot and his friend against 1 Warrior of Rohan. I'm going to fight it out. I'm going to win, and I'm going to kill Rot. That's my theory. I have a 6. I'll make you work for it, at least.
Rot is on a 4 high, so yeah, it could very well happen. It could very well happen.
A 5.
Rot is slain!
Get out of here, Dominic.
All right.
And now we have the Snow Troll versus Hera. The Snow Troll is fight 6 because he didn't charge, correct?
Yeah.
Hera is always fight 6, so her strike, no point in rolling it.
Yep.
So we've got Hera's 3 attacks and 1 spear support. Hera gets the 6. Starting in the middle, I've got 2 Warriors of Rohan fighting 1 Hill Tribesman who would be trapped, so we'll do that first. I have a 5.
I have a 2.
And I kill him.
Slain.
And then we'll do 1 Warrior of Rohan against 2 Hill Tribesmen. I have a 2.
I have a 5.
All right.
He is slain.
And then I've got 1 Warrior against 4. I'm going to shield. I have a 5.
I also have a 5.
And it goes to Evil.
Just got him. Oh, there's a 6 there too. Got him. Really got him.
And then my 2 against your 1. I have a 3.
A 2.
And I kill him. I think we're now on to Sites of Power and a priority roll. Okay, we're back with the Sites of Power, and they are auto-pass courage tests around objectives. Perfect. After much consideration as to whether I sound the horn of Helm Hammerhand this turn, it turns out it's mostly not going to matter. But that's a good one for Ben, as he is broken.
I am broken this turn. That's what we needed. That is the one that we needed this turn.
Okay, we will go for a priority now, where I rolled a 6.
I have a 2, so take it away, Sam. take it away.
No heroic moves from you?
Charge. No, Wulf's going to call the move. Wolf's going to call the move. My captain wants to do other things.
All right. Well, I think I'm just going to let you have that and not call anything myself.
So Wulf will get these guys over here, which does get my captain, which is slightly unfortunate, but it is what it is. And he is going to charge. He has to charge. And I think, oh, he's just going to have to charge into this one guy. It's not really where I want him to be, but that's where he's ending up. And
as a hero of legend, he will automatically pass that first courage test for being broken.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sam. So before he moves, my captain needs to take a courage test, which he will pass.
While we're over here, we're going to start with my small but deadly flanking force. This guy's going to charge. He's going to throw that spear. He's going to hit, and he's not going to kill. To the tiniest war, my remaining throwing spear will charge in. He'll have vengeance for his friend. He will. He'll knock one of Ben's models over and hit, and kill him.
Ruthless. Ruthless. The tiny war is won, but not forgotten, Sam. Reinforcements are still inbound.
Over here, we have Helm Hammerhand and his cavalry friends. We're going to start with some of his cavalry friends. They're going to ride... Well, this is it. This is it, Ben. This is a chance for regular Rohan warrior to prove his quality. He's going to charge this hill troll here. And by hill troll, I mean snow troll. He's going to throw a spear.
Don't you dare.
He's going to hit. He needs 6s down to 5s. He's rolled a 1. Ben is safe.
Making me sweat. Making me sweat.
The panic in his voice. Perfect. We're going to just move our banner in such a way that we're going to do this guy. Oh, they need to take some courage tests before I do that anyway. The first guy makes it in. My second guy does not make it in.
Cannot believe this fight is still going on. I thought this was going to be over ages ago, but it continues. We have now got to take some courage tests with these hillmen. They are just outside of 3 of the objectives. So this guy here is going to run. We're looking for a 7 on these dice. The next spearman is going to stick around, and the last spearman is also going to stick around. All right, 1 of 3, not too bad. Well, Sam's horse guys are inbound with their terrible bows. They're coming. We're going to form up here. And everyone over here, important to note, everyone over here passes their courage test because they are next to the objective.
The combat phase is now, Ben, and as I have priority, do you have any heroic actions you wish to call?
I don't think I do right now, Sam, because I can't strike against Hera.
Correct. Well, Helm is going to use a free heroic combat. Hera is going to strike. And that will be her final point of might. No, she's got 1 more. Helm, Hammerhand, Wraith of the Hornburg fighting 1 archer. He's rolled a 4.
The archer, Sam, has rolled a 1. So
I mean, fair enough.
He saved you the bother. He saved you the bother. He's just going to lie down and die.
He will die 6 times over. On this flank, the hot gates, or the cold gates, perhaps. We're starting into the center where the real action is. We're going to do this 1 warrior against 1 hill tribesman. Okay, we've got 1 spear-wielding Rohan warrior against a snow troll in his natural habitat. He's rolled a 1!
So the troll doesn't even need to roll. The troll has rolled a 6. The troll's actually going to barge you, I think, here, sense. Sam. He's going to see if he can go eat your banner.
Oh, okay.
So he's just going to throw this guy out of the way. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to fight it out because that's the kind of guy I am. So we've got the banner on the black die and the regular warrior on the blue die. I have a 5 high, Ben.
And here comes the troll. The troll has rolled a 6. So his first strike on this warrior here, I'm just going to roll 2 dice, I think. Oh, here you go. First strike on that warrior there will kill him on a 6, and next 2 strikes into the banner bearer will bring him down as well. Only just, but a 4 will do.
The final fight of the turn, we have Hera, the Bride of Death, against Wulf, High Lord of the Hill Tribes. Let's see if we can add another scar to that beautiful face. My strike takes me higher.
All right.
So let's roll it and see how we go. Hera gets the 6.
She also gets an extra dice because we're in a heroic challenge.
She does, but she doesn't need it, Ben. She got the 6 right there. And she gets +1 to wound you? Is that heroic challenge?
Oh, yes. Heroic challenge +1 to wound. Yes.
Wulf is defense 5, so I need 5s to 4s. Rerolling all strikes.
Raggy.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. 3 wounds.
3 wounds to Wulf.
Wulf will spend his 2 points of fate and pass one of them, taking 2 wounds, leaving him with 1 left.
Yeesh. Well, where's Targg to finish him off? And with that, I think all of the combats are complete for the turn. I have maintained priority for the majority of this game, which is definitely helping me out. I will once again roll for the strange aura.
See another 4. No, it's a 6. All right, we've got to feel no pain.
Feel no pain. All right. And we'll roll for priority. I have a 5.
I have a 3.
Oh boy. Well, I think we're going to be taking it, Ben. Any heroic actions from you?
Yeah, my captain over here is going to call a heroic move. Captain next to Wulf.
That makes sense. I think Olwyn is going to burn one of her 2 might to also call a heroic move.
Makes sense to me. Am I going to call one with Shank? Nope, that's fine. Shank will save his move. That's fine.
Okay, and it goes to the good guys. The best guys, Ben.
The best guys.
So, I am still 1 away from being broken, and I'm going to double check. Olwyn has Swarm Protector Hera, so she is fearless. So she's going to turn around and charge the Snow Troll. Well, the little flank that could continues to survive. So we're going to throw this warrior. No, we're going to throw this throwing spear. Is going to charge there. He's going to throw a spear and he's going to miss. Now we're going to put this warrior here, this warrior there, and we're going to try and steal this objective from Ben.
Rude! So rude!
My flanking cavalry force, the thunder of hooves signals their arrival. This warrior can just about see this flaming brand, and he is going to be taking a courage test to do it, and he's going to be using Ben's dice. He passes.
Over here, we are going to be taking some courage tests. We're going to start it off with Flaming Brand Guy. He is out of there. And the last hill tribesman over here, who was part of my heroic move that got shut off, has had enough as well and is also running. Ooh, failed a lot of courage tests that turn. Didn't even need to remind you to sound the horn.
Well, as I have managed to continue to keep the priority, as I've said before, Ben, do you have any heroic actions you wish to call?
Yes, I am going to be burning Shank's last point of might for a heroic combat.
I love it. Hera is going to be using her last point of might for a heroic strike. And I think Olwyn will use her last point of might for a defense against that troll. Let's see it, Shank. Let's see if you can do it.
Has a 6.
Oh, no!
All right, Shank, strength 4. Your defense 5. Looking for 5s here. 5 will do. And the question, Sam, the question that we all really want to know.
Well, first, the question we need to know is whether... did we get 6 up feel no pains this turn for the
I think
sight?
we did, yes.
Well, we're going to roll it. I don't remember. No, it's a 5.
6. Ah! Oh, there he is. The Rohirrim is carrying a ring. So Shank has found a ring, and he's going to come charge into this over here, desperately defending my objective.
Camera is pointing over there, Ben. Let's roll my Rider of Rohan, who charged against Shank and a hill tribesman.
And is he married? He is married.
2 in a turn.
2 in a turn. Oh, Shank being MVP once again. It's either Shank or Rot. It's one of the two.
Oh, well, after that, we got to move into a place where hopefully I can reclaim some victory points. We've got this 1-on-1 here. And the final combat of the game is Hera versus Wulf. Hera strikes higher and rolls the 6.
Let's see what Wulf gets. Wulf gets a fistful of 3s and 4s.
Let's see if we can take that head off. Well, we're going to smash his windpipe with a shield that Olwyn has just thrown to us. I've done 2 wounds, Ben. With a reroll, I've still only done 2 wounds.
And you get an extra dice because you're in a heroic challenge.
I still have only done 2 wounds.
However, that is sufficient because Wulf is out of fate and on a single wound.
So, today we're not marrying anyone but death. It's a little known fact, that's why the Rohirrim scream death.
Yeah, little known fact. Just as Tolkien wrote it.
Yes, perfectly. And I think with that, this very bloody game has come to an end. So we'll show you sort of where everything has ended up, and then we'll talk about it. Whoa, here we have it. You can just about see where most things have ended up. And what a game. An absolute bloodbath. You can see the mountain or the hill of tribesmen in the background. And a fair number of mighty Eolingas also have fallen. Whew, Ben. Any thoughts? Any thoughts or feelings about this?
Super fun game.
Looking at it?
I really enjoyed this board. I hope it shows up well on the camera. There's a lot of spaces of the board, the table that you can't see with our camera angles, but it's a super fun board to play on with lots of choke points. Yeah, very, very enjoyable game.
Yeah, well, we will be back to talk about who won, who lost, what the final score was, and any other thoughts about the armies or the mission that we have. Well, we're back with our smiling, perhaps slightly tired faces. That was a long game to film and do. About 1,000 models were moved, counting every time a Hill Tribes was moved and every time a Rohan. That's another model. That's how we got to our 1,000 count. Yeah. Don't challenge me, or if you do, you can count every time we move a model. And
we'll be amazed. Actually, please sit down and watch this video enough times that you can count how many moves were made.
Let us
we
know.
would appreciate that on our video metrics. Absolutely, that would be fantastic.
Well, Ben, do you want to go over what was the final score of this game?
Ooh, okay, so at the end of the game, Sam controlled 2 of the objectives with no people next to them for 3 victory points each, so 6 there. The back objective that he won through to on the final turn, he controlled because his models have dominant 2, so he gets 2 victory points there because he had twice as many as me next to it. I had 1 Hill Tribesman to his 1 Rohirrim, so Sam is scoring 8 victory points in objectives. Additionally, he broke me for 9 victory points and slew Wulf for a total of 12 victory points. Have I got that right, Sam? Did we say 13 before?
13, because I also wounded...
that's right.
Your highest...
My most valuable model.
Correct.
So I have 1 objective held with nobody near it for 3 victory points. I broke Sam for 4, and Shank found 2 shiny rings for Mordor for another 2 victory points. So I am at 6 victory points. So it's 13 to 6 at the end of the day.
Oh, not how I thought that was going to go. Those Hill Tribesmen just, if you win the fights, especially around an objective, just absolutely remove Warriors of Rohan.
Yeah, on this objective over here where Helm and Targg and everyone were, it was kind of hilarious how about like 4 of my Hill Tribesmen accounted for entirely too many Rohirrim.
Yeah, and I think perhaps you got bottlenecked in 2 spots. You got bottlenecked behind the Hill Troll.
Yes.
Not Hill Troll, I keep calling him Hill Troll because the Hill Tribes, he's the Snow Troll. You got bottlenecked behind the Snow Troll. And then my gambit of charging in while my initial wave of throwing spears didn't actually do all that much. Throwing, I think it was about 8 to 10 of my warriors into that choke point really bottlenecked a good chunk of your guys, and then you weren't able to get the traps or the,
Yeah. I think Yeah, I mean, it was brilliantly played. I didn't see that, not how I saw that flank going at all.
Yeah, I mean, same. I thought I was just going to buy myself time or force Wulf to wait and try and bide his time. Helm didn't do a huge amount because he got stuck charging and beating up hill tribes, but I mean, he still basically killed most of that flank and the captain and Targg by himself. So I really can't I mean, he 666 Targg through a heroic defense to kill him. So how can I say he didn't do much?
I did have a thought at one point of my captain that ended the game near Wulf. I thought if he had 2 points of might, and I was thinking about double heroic marching him to run over to reinforce the tiny wall. But by the time I sort of had that opportunity, I was calling moves with Wulf, and the captain didn't really have a chance to get over there because they were too close to each other.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was initially thinking, well, I'll commit a few models over to that far objective, and then I'll quickly mop up this warband, and I can start sending cav over there, and they'll get there so fast it doesn't really matter, which is why I could put so few. But it actually almost didn't work out for me because my cavalry got bogged down or killed way faster than I was expecting. And then at that point, I was, the game was getting close to where it was probably going to end because we know it ends on quarter, and it was better to send them off towards your other objective in a gambit to try and take out those few models holding it.
And what a fight, Hera versus Wulf. It went the way we thought it was going to. I love to do the heroic challenge thing with Wulf against the general, even if it's not always the best choice. But super fun, super thematic to have done it. Glad we gave it a try. And you could have botched it, and then I would have had 5 dice, +2 to wound, potentially doubled strikes if you didn't fail your unyielding combat stance. So.
Yeah, we should know. It's worth noting this game did take a lot longer than most of them to film, so we ended up doing some moves off camera, like Helm's last few moves you won't have seen, and there were a few other warriors that we, like the tiny wall, we didn't bother filming the end of it, and we cut out some courage tests at the end, just because it was easier to quickly roll them all off camera and then show where things came up. So we hope you've enjoyed this video.
We certainly enjoyed playing it.
Yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and all that stuff. And we'll be back with some more videos soon.